Alright, And we should be live, so hopefully we've got everything on. I'm kind of glancing over to my side window here to make sure it picks up, and there we go. So hello everybody. I can see we've already got a good number of you on there. I'll see when my numbers pull up. I'll be pulling the glasses up later so I can actually read the chat. Those of you reading the chat, by the way, Aaron Chanica is actually an old friend of mine, so I'm not just calling a random person a booger. I can say it from experience there. So, good to see everybody. It has been a wonderful week. It has been a long week, but very, very good. Got back yesterday morning from Florida. Actually got up at 4 in the morning Eastern time to catch my flight that morning. So when I got home, I was running on about 4 or 5 hours sleep. And after I finally got home early afternoon, I crashed. So actually, when you see that picture of the dogs on my bed on the Facebook page, that was actually probably taken at like 1 in the afternoon before I wiped out for a couple hours. Had an absolutely fantastic trip, though. And so I can see everybody saying hi. Good to see you. I think I've got things set here where I can actually show you a little bit of the pictures that I've taken, and you can see just kind of how many and what I'm going to be digging through. And I might even be able to get a couple of the video clips up here for you to watch, at least get an idea of some of what's going to be coming up. And, of course, I've got my cat right here. Whoop, say hi. Who is going to make it absolutely impossible to try to type answers. And then we'll see what else I've got planned. I've got a couple things that arrived in the mail. And who knows? Give you a shout-out, Random Nation. Okay, I could do that. You're in line for Rock and Roller Coaster. Have fun on that. So, hello, you have to go. Wow, that was quick, Game Master or GG Master. I always want to see people log in for like 30 seconds. So, but had a great week. Got to see all sorts of stuff. Got to meet a lot of characters. It was actually really busy, which I was surprised at, just how busy. Am I doing a Disney haul? Yes, I've actually, believe it or not, recorded that already. I did that this morning, trying to make sure I had all of that set, so that way I could give some of the stuff to my family who I brought stuff. So yes, I do have a Disney haul video, and I do have some other things to add into it. You can kind of see back here, there's a whole pile of pins and magnets and other stuff. And so I do want to get some close-up photos of that for the haul, so it's not just me holding it up to the camera, but so that you can get a good view of it. So, yes, that is going to probably, that and then pictures and video of the meetup and meet and greet and all the other people I got to meet will be coming up hopefully in the next week and a half. So I will be getting those first, and then I will be doing a whole bunch of different highlight videos. Do I think I can get a chance to go to Tweetsie Railroad? I have no idea, Jonah. My year's going to be interesting here, and I've got a number of different things that are coming up, which I might get a chance to talk about. We'll see. I should start a Twitter and Instagram page. Carrie Ship, you need to pay attention. I have a Twitter and an Instagram. Look for G Burnash on Twitter. That is my Twitter. It's actually linked, I believe, on my Facebook page and the channel page. And I do have an Instagram, too, which is SirWillow. So you can find those. I don't use Instagram very much, but I do use Twitter a decent amount. So, John Vids, love to see pictures on Facebook. What type of rental car did I get? I actually had a really nice car. It was a Nissan Altima. Let's see here. Tell you what. I don't have that video up. I ended up with a brand new Nissan Altima. I mean, literally brand new. It had 800 miles on it. It was wonderful. Quick tutorial on fast passes. I will definitely, that is one of the ones I've got in line to be able to do. Although the way I did them was unusual because I couldn't get them in advance because I was using cast member admissions. So, hope I enjoyed the wall caricature. Thank you so much. Now I can match up the names there. Yes, I've actually, this is going to be in the Disney Hall, but it's right there. So it's just a matter of me getting it all set up. Here, let me put it on that side, see if that'll affect the lighting. There we go. Yes, absolutely love it. So it's going to be going up on the wall here pretty soon. Assuming I don't break it. Don't you laugh at me, okay? All right. Hi, Muppy Man. Was I surprised, overwhelmed about the amount of people showing up for your meet and greet. I had a pretty good idea about the number that were going to show up beforehand, just because the number of people that said they were going to be there. And it was right about the number I expected, but I'm still kind of at this stage where I am really kind of in awe and surprised by the number of people who show up at my meet and greets. In fact, I can actually do this. Let's see here. In that, I'm hoping... Let's see. Oh, that didn't pop up. You can see the number of pictures I took. That's my numbers there. Let me see if I can actually get this to show how many people were at the meet and greet, because it didn't show that picture like I hoped it would. Anyways, there was about 25, 30 people there. Let me drop that window back off. But yeah, very, very surprised. My cat missed me. Actually, one of our dogs, we've got one fuzzball who was apparently really depressed while I was gone. So, have I ever been to the Holy Land experience? Yes, I have. And just kind of, let's see. Just kind of skimming through. Will there be a video on Harry Potter stuff at Universal? Yes, there is. Let me give you an idea of some of the videos that are going to be coming up, some of the ones I shot. I will have at least one vlog of each park. So there will be a vlog from Animal Kingdom, a vlog from Epcot, a vlog from Hollywood Studios, a vlog from Magic Kingdom, and a vlog from Universal. I will probably split the Universal vlog into two different ones, one for Islands of Adventure, one for Universal Studios. I will have a whole vlog on just the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Orlando. And I will very likely have a couple other different vlogs too. I may split Future World and World Showcase at Epcot, for example. I will also be doing a couple of different ride review ones. I'll have a vlog just on Pandora. And then I will be doing a number of other different things. I'll have a video I'll do on pin trading. I'll have a video I do on PhotoPass and some of the changes that have happened on, I'll probably do one on Hidden Mickeys. I did shoot a number of Hidden Mickey pictures, and I've got a number of other different things. So, so a lot of different things like that. So I've got probably 2 months of videos. So you're going to be seeing it come out bits and pieces at a time over the next couple months. So, favorite Disney park is tough. A lot of it is the mood and what I want to do. My favorite rides generally are at Hollywood Studios, but right now that park is a mess. So once it's all done and cleaned up, that probably will become it. Otherwise, I'd have to go with Magic Kingdom, just because I loved it. Have I visited Ark Encounter? No, I have not been there. I had like 25, I think, at the actual meet and greet on Saturday. But then I ran into a couple people at Animal Kingdom. I ran into over a dozen at Epcot who met up with me. Ran into 6 or 7 at Magic Kingdom. And had a couple at Hollywood Studios as well. Ran into Tim Tracker. I know I'm not in his video, but I do actually have a video segment that I shot with him as well. So, mention entering with cast member tickets. Does this mean a cast member is with me inside every park? Sort of. The way cast member tickets work is cast members are given 2 kinds of tickets, depending upon what their status is, whether college program or regular or so forth. Most cast members get what's called a main gate. And essentially it's a pass that gets them in, and then they have a couple other tickets, hard tickets that they can give to friends who have to come in at the same time as they do. They don't get the tickets in, sorry, I should put it this way. Their friends do not get the tickets in advance. So when you arrive at the gate, the cast member comes in first, and then you use one of the cast member tickets and you come in immediately behind them, and it registers you as their guest. And then once you're in the park, then you can use that cast member ticket to get fast passes. And at that point, you can go to a kiosk and book them and so forth. You can't link a fast member ticket to your Disney app because it's already registered to the cast member. Now, there are a couple other kinds of cast member tickets, and that's what I used the first 2 days. I came in with a college program gentleman named Larry. Thank you, Larry! And he actually had a separate ticket. It's a friend ticket. I can't remember exactly what it's called. And so he comes in, and then I scan that, and it registers that's been used. But then it's my ticket, and that one I could scan into my Disney app and then use it to book fast passes on the phone. But that's pretty much how they work. So, will I go back for Star Wars? I would love to. We will see if that works out or not. Did I see any rare characters? I had a couple that I think were pretty rare. So, I will have at least a couple videos on character interactions, showing all the different characters I met, and all the autographs, and all the things like that. So that will definitely be several different things you'll see that way. Let's see. Any former coworkers from Disney World? Yes. I actually met up with one for several hours who came out and joined me. But I did run into 3 or 4 other photographers that I had actually worked with as well, who were still working, and I just ran into them while I was visiting the park. I also, I think I ran into a character who recognized me and might have worked with me. I'm not positive because it's not something they could exactly say directly out, but just the way the interaction went, I'm fairly confident that one was. So, did that woman really bring her stroller through the line? You must be talking about the Astroworld video. Yes, every story I tell you is true. I don't make things up. Yes, she actually took her stroller through the line. If you want to know what Jay Norris is talking about, watch the video that posted earlier today on Six Flags Astroworld, and you'll see what they're talking about. Did I get some cool Disney souvenirs? I think so. Amber, did I get some cool Disney souvenirs? She's going, uh-huh. Yup. Have I ever splurged on a VIP guide? No. I don't have that kind of money. You're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. No way that would ever fit in my budget. I would love to be a plaid myself, but as far as if it's worth the cost, that's kind of up to you. If you've got that kind of money to throw away, I don't. Best dining experience. Most of my dining was actually quick service. Favorite part of the trip? I love Pandora. I love Potter. My favorite part of the trip, though, honestly, was meeting the fans, the people who recognized me. It shocked me. It humbled me. It kind of blew me away that many people had a clue who I was, let alone wanted to meet me. But it was so much fun. I felt really bad because there was one gentleman that I met over at Liberty Tree Inn at Epcot. And I had just sat down with my food, and my wife called me with a miniature crisis. And so I was actually sitting there about like this, and he walks up and goes, "I'm a big fan. I'm so happy to meet you." And I felt so horrible because my wife is on the phone needing to talk to me right at that moment. And I've got my lunch, and I'm like, ah. And so I said a quick hi and hello and had my wife wait. But then once I got done with my wife, it was like, okay, I feel terrible because it didn't give him that moment. And so we called him back over and got a couple pictures with him then and said hi. So I hope I made up for it. I can't remember your name, but yeah. But that was probably the best part was meeting so many people. Let's see. I have to say, if you are a Harry Potter fan, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is incredible. It was really neat. So, did I record that certain interaction? Which certain interaction? I got video of all of my character interactions, and I have not had a chance to go through them yet because there is a ton. Let me give you an idea of how many things I have to dig through. I'm going to pull this up. You're not going to see me again except the background. This is actually my photo program that I use to look at all of the pictures and stuff. And, whoop, not that one. There it is. Okay. And you can actually see how many pictures I've got here. So there's 451, 1,029, 244. That's just the pictures on my phone. 1,189. Yeah, this, by the way, is just my PhotoPass pictures. So I've got over 2,900 photos to dig through and caption and label and make sure I got them all categorized. That doesn't include any of the videos. So there is a lot to go through. It's going to take me quite a while. I should have my very first, the Disney Hall video should hopefully be up Tuesday. And I will start doing a couple other things. But it's going to be bits and pieces spread out, like I said, over the next couple months. So, so just keep watching for it. When will the first video be posted? You'll have some follow-up coming up this week, and then gradually they'll come out. Should have some every week, though, Hulk Shooter. Did I get a Dole Whip? Absolutely, you bet I did. And then I realized after I finished eating it, I forgot to video it. Duh. What was my final financial balance? Did my calculating work out, or did you need less or more than $1,000? I actually came out right at about $900, except for one splurge I made. And that was for my 2 friends who joined me at Universal. I had a fan send me money to get the Universal Express Pass, and so I had it for me, but not for them. And so I splurged out of my budget and spent a couple $100 extra to get the express pass for them as well, so that way we could skip all the lines. And that actually paid for itself very quickly. Universal ended up being rather busy, and those Universal Express passes helped us get it. So my grand total was $1,100, but that $1,100 included big extras like $200 for the Universal Express pass, $170 for the Memory Maker, which gives me those 450 PhotoPass pictures, and it includes all my souvenir money and things like that. So, so depending upon how you want to calculate that budget, yes, I would still say I came in well under $1,000. How was my first time meeting Anna and Elsa? It was fun. Loved meeting them. I don't know, Robobuck, if you don't have the map, it doesn't do you any good. Let's see. How come I didn't use the name Father Willow? Okay. I've had this question come up a couple times, so let me answer this one because it's actually a good question. First off, I'm not a priest. Priests are in the Catholic Church. I am not Catholic. I am a pastor or a minister. Same kind of idea, but there's a lot of differences. I don't wear robes. I actually preach in a dress shirt and jeans. So I'm not a priest. Second, I was given the name Willow before Pocahontas came out. At least I'm pretty sure it did. You guys are going to make me look this up. When was that out? Yeah, 96, 98. I got the nickname in about 94, 95. And it was given to me by some high school students that dubbed me Willow. And so Willow was actually the name I used. I was a high school teacher at the time. I was not a minister. And started using it online. Again, I was doing some volunteer work at church, but I was not a minister. And when I started using the name Willow online, I ran into two things. One, there's a lot of girls named Willow, and I'm not a girl. And two, it was very commonly used. And so I added the Sir to differentiate it. It was not until a good 10 years after that that I became a minister. So Father Willow doesn't work because at the time I started using it, I was not a minister and Pocahontas wasn't out. And I don't know, Father Willow to me is like an old tree, and I hope that I look a whole lot more fun and younger than a tree going, "You should be wise," or however it works. so there's your answer for that. Let's see. Disneyland next. Yes, I would really like to get out to Disneyland. It's been, let's see, 2004 since I've been to Disneyland. Did I meet Kylo Ren? Absolutely. I think I got him mad at me. You'll have to wait and see that video interaction. I will have it out. You mentioned not wanting to wait in line for a long time, like 69 minutes. What's your advice for people to avoid those waits? Besides fast passes, get there before the park opens. We did Pandora, we did Flight of Passage and the River Navi, and we were off of both of them at 9:45, 45 minutes after the park opened, because we were there before the park opened. Got them quick, and then from there we went to the Safari, which had a 10-minute wait. We went to Expedition Everest, which had a 15-minute wait. And so those first couple hours the park is open is prime time. Ride quick. Same thing at Magic Kingdom. We were on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in 20 minutes. And that was with it not starting with the park. It was 15 to 20 minutes late because of mechanical tech. Sorry, it took us, we were off at 25 minutes after the park opened. And it was like 15, 20 minutes late because of mechanical issues, because of the cold. And then we hit a bunch of other rides and characters. Be there early. Park openings when you want to be there. That's how you skip long lines. And then go in the off season and on weekdays. Avoid Saturdays like the plague. I don't care. I know people, I have to work, and take a day off. You're sick. Go on a weekday. Go in the time of the year when everybody else isn't going, which means don't go on holidays. Go when school is in session. Better yet, go shortly after school started again, and that's how you get short lines. What was my reaction to the new Fantasyland? I loved it. Absolutely beautiful. So neat to see all of that. So that was very cool. Did I get any souvenirs that were specifically from the 25th anniversary? No, I didn't have that much money. I buy my souvenirs on the cheap. Look like a tree to me. Okay, Aaron. Here, Aaron. I love Aaron. All right. Yeah, Dole Whip. I see somebody asking, Dole Whip is essentially, it's like a soft serve pineapple flavored yogurt. It's good. It's really good. There are some other places that sell them. Around here in Springfield, we actually have little trailers that you'll see this little hula girl dancing on top of, the robot thing. And it sells something that's almost exactly like a Dole Whip. A little different, but very close. So look for things like that. A Hulk shooter, that's a question that's hard for me to answer just because family stuff on Harry Potter is interesting, and maybe sometime I'll get into that. My wife is absolutely not a Harry Potter fan at all because of the whole witchcraft element, and I'm just kind of like, so, family peace. Oh, let's see. Heard the cast member guest passes are limited to a few for every 203 hours worked. Cheyenne, the way cast member main gates work, a lot of it depends upon your status and where you're working, how long. They've got different ones. If you are a seasonal worker, you're only going to have so many entries. If you are a part-time or a full-time worker, it's another kind of arrangement. And it also can depend upon what level you are. If you're management, you get another one. For example, if you are management or a certain experience level, you have what's called a silver pass. And that one isn't hour space. You can get new people in every single day with that one. But if you are seasonal or just a regular full-time cast member, then you only have so many entries per year. So it varies. Let's see here. There just before me found it rather crowded. What did I think of crowds? It was more crowded than I had expected it to be. I knew Sunday and Monday were going to be crowded because it was Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. Knew that they were going to have big crowds. I had hoped that it was going to drop off a lot Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it really didn't. It was still pretty busy. So I was a little disappointed in that regard because years ago, it would have definitely dropped off. And we would have had a lot of rides that were walk-ons, and there really wasn't much that was a walk-on. Everything had a line. So, hi from Germany. Hi, bud. Or bad bread. Need these things. Am I going to make a video about the difference of Disney World from a current trip and the last time? Yes, actually, I do plan on doing that. I don't know when, no ETA on any of these, but I do plan on doing kind of a here's what was new and here's what was different. And a lot of that will be PhotoPass centered, but it will also talk about other different things too. So, yeah, Billy, I'm sorry. I did get a picture of the Hogwarts train, but when I was at Animal Kingdom, the Planet Watch train, it was just this huge, ugly mob scene, and I really didn't want to fight through it just to get to a petting zoo. So I didn't take that train. And then Magic Kingdom, as terrible as it sounds, I plain forgot. We were walking out of the park and I looked up the train station and went, whoops, forgot that. So I just plain forgot about the train in Magic Kingdom. So I'm sorry. Have fun, Robobuck. Estonia. Ooh, hi, Thomas. Estonia's a long way. How's my flight? Flights were good. I had exit row seats, which means I had leg room. It was Allegiant, which is a cheap airline, so you make sure you take in an empty bottle and fill it up with water at the drinking fountain before you get on the plane and have some snacks. But they were quiet. Food and entertainment, no. Within the States, generally you do not get food and entertainment on the plane. You might get a light snack. Allegiant charges for all of that. So I take on a book and I'm happy. Do I wish I could have ridden Splash Mountain? Yes and no. I like Splash Mountain, but it was 35 to 40 degrees most of the day I was there, so that would have been too cold. Hi, Sharon from Indonesia. Let's see. Crowds at the beginning of June. Busy. It's summer. School's out. What do I think of Marvel Island at Universal? About the same as it's been. Love it, but Hogwarts Train is built in Austria. That's very cool. No, I did not stay at a Disney hotel. I stayed with friends who were cast members. And that's how I saved several $100s on my lodging, is because I was at their house and I got to eat a couple meals with them and spend a lot of time with good friends. So, nope, I stayed a little ways away. It did mean I needed a rental car to get back and forth, but the rental car was still a whole lot cheaper than staying at the Disney resorts would have been. How many videos am I going to make? A lot. That's the best thing I can tell you. It's going to be a lot. Is there animal noises in the background? Where'd Ruby go? That would be my cat that was meowing. So, were my seats pre-reclined? No, seats on American planes aren't reclined. It's all coach. I don't fly first class. Let's see. Hope to be able to afford a trip to Disneyland Paris soon. Have I been there? I have not been to Europe at all yet. I would dearly love to go to Disneyland Paris. It's something I've dreamed about, but no, I haven't been to Europe at all. And if I get the opportunity to go there, I have to be honest, but well, I don't know when or if it's going to happen. Would love to go to Israel. Would love to go to several different places in Europe, including the United Kingdom and Disneyland Paris, but who knows what the future holds. Was I surprised to see the last time? Anything I was surprised to see since last time down there? No, not really. There was a lot more construction work going on than I thought. Not just at Disney, but parking lots and roads, and there was construction everywhere. But Universal's Water Park. If I'm going to go there, I'm probably not going to go in January when it's 35 degrees outside. Does Disney give discounts to schools? No, not at all. Not at all. How many pins did I get from my collection? A pretty good pile. That's all pins. That whole little pile there. So, there's a lot of pins there. Any part of the trip that I was unhappy with? Not really. There were a couple minor little things. I did run into a couple weird things at Universal. One is I was walking up after the parking garage. They've got a whole security station before you can get in City Walk. And me, I take pictures of everything. Well, apparently, you're not allowed to take pictures of the security stop at Universal, which was really kind of weird to me. Because I took a picture and then started unloading my pockets, and the security guy came up and said, "You can't take pictures of this, delete it." And actually watched me pick up my phone and delete the photo. Okay, you know, no big deal, but it was just kind of odd. And then Universal also did something I've never seen at anything else. We were going to ride Hulk and left all of our stuff with a non-rider, and they went through a metal detector, a wand, and then an inspection to make sure we weren't carrying anything on the ride. I've never seen that. I had my wallet in my back pocket, and they weren't going to let me take my wallet in my back pocket. I've never heard of a wallet flying out of a back pocket on a roller coaster. And I actually had to throw away a pen I had in my pocket. I'm like, really? It was extreme. But I guess that's as close I had to anything that was not like. It was just odd. Other than that, no, not really. I didn't like the crowds. I would like them to have been lower. But you will get to see my pins and other stuff in probably Tuesday when I have the video of the Disney haul coming up. So I will show off everything I brought home in that video. So look for it hopefully Tuesday. I've got it filmed already. I got to add some photos and other stuff to it. But it'll be really cool. What did I think of the new fireworks show? Fireworks were cool. I do love Wishes, but really, really enjoyed the new show. I've actually got it on video as well as a video of my reaction. So that will come up at some point where you get to see my reaction to the new, not Once Upon a Time, Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom. So that will come up at some point. Really enjoyed the night shows. Rivers of Light was interesting. Neat show. It was missing the story, but there's a whole story behind why it's doing that. It just felt like it was missing something because of it, but it was a neat show. Should get a cork board. I've actually got a whole vest with my pins on it, Vanessa. Look, I've got 2 different videos on my pins already. So if you search my channel for the pins, you can see how I have my pins mounted up. They're actually on a big vest in my closet. Any future giveaways? Yes, Hulk Shooter. Actually, there will be a couple. In fact, I just heard, for those of you who wonder where I buy my pins on the cheap, I've mentioned Pinderella Shop. And I actually just heard from her a little bit ago that she's been getting several new customers from all of you mentioning me, so which is really cool. Thank you. And we're actually going to work on doing a pin giveaway at some point in the future. So I know we'll have that, and we'll have a couple other things. So keep your eyes open. There will be giveaways in the future. Do my legs still hurt? Nope. 1 day of rest and I was good. But yes, about 10 miles per day at the parks. That is average. Hollywood Studios was smaller because it's a smaller park, but you can expect if you're going to Disney, plan on 10 miles a day of walking. Wear good shoes. Asked, what was my favorite park in the Magic Kingdom video? Okay, my favorite park at Disney, here's the cheap cop-out answer. It's whichever park I'm in at the moment. If I had to pick an absolute favorite, honestly, it would be tough. It's easier to pick a least favorite, but even that's kind of weird. because right now Hollywood Studios is my least favorite, but it's also got several of my favorite rides of all time, including Tower of Terror and Toy Story Mania, and then it's going to add Star Wars. And so it's this weird deal that I love these rides, but the park is kind of a mess. Same thing with Animal Kingdom. I love Pandora. I love Expedition Everest and the Safari. I hate the way it handles the crowds. So if the reason I said ask me later is it's not a simple answer. But yeah, the park I'm in at the moment would probably be it. Yes, look tired at the same time, look refreshed. Yeah, a little tired. I got a little bit of bags under the eyes. But I've caught up on the sleep. I slept 9-10 hours last night, so I'm almost there. Show us some of the pins. You watch for the video on Tuesday, Thomas. You'll get to see them then. Part of the problem... Here. I'll show you part of the problem. Is if I hold them up to my webcam like this, it's not really in focus, and it's hard to see what they are. And so that's why I don't really show the pins there. I can take really good still pictures, and then I can put them into the Disney Haul video, and it'll look much better and easier for you to see. So, did I cover my actual costs? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I was very blessed with what people gave through the GoFundMe. My total cost, even if I include the extras for a couple other Universal passes, was about $1,100. The GoFundMe, people have given over $3,400. So I've used a large chunk of that for medical bills. Actually, I had a couple dental things that came up that helped pay for. So, and then all of the trip costs. So yes, everything was covered. So thank you for asking, Beth. But yes, I'm very blessed. And I really need to give a huge thank you to everybody who gave. Because it was an incredible trip and absolutely blown away by what everybody gave. Really, thank you to you who gave. Because this trip wouldn't have happened without you. For everybody who met me, for everybody who provided tickets. And there's... forgive me, I'm going to go blank on the guys who got the Universal tickets for us. I had one that sent text messages. One bought my ticket to Universal, and then another gentleman provided 2 tickets to Universal for my 2 friends who joined me, which blew me away. So thank you for that. And forgive me for not catching your names. I'll try and get them in another one. And then just absolutely blessed with everything that everybody gave. So meals, I had 4 meals. 4 or 5 meals that were covered by fans who met me for the meal and paid for it. Again, which humbled me, so that was wonderful. Just a wonderful trip in that regard. Small World, no, I didn't get a chance to do that. Again, because of the lines, I was trying to make sure I caught as much stuff as I hadn't before. If I was allowed to live in any of the Disney parks, Magic Kingdom. That one's actually easy. I would love to live in Magic Kingdom. It's just magical. Do I need new camera equipment? Well, Martin, actually, I'm very pleased with the camera equipment I have now because I have a Nikon D3200, which I shoot my actual videos on that I do the talking at home. And then on the go, I tend to use my phone. But that doesn't mean there aren't opportunities to upgrade. In fact, I actually had something came in the mail today. I was doing the haul and was opening up what I thought was a birthday present for my family. And it turns out I actually had this in the mail today. There we go. And this is from Ryan Fingeret. And I wasn't expecting this. We thought this was a package my family had ordered, which is why I opened it. So yes, I'm constantly trying to upgrade equipment and always looking for opportunities to do that. But the cost of equipment to go beyond what I've got now tends to get expensive. I would love to have like a good quality GoPro, but you're talking $400 to $600 to get a decent one. And I don't have that right now. But yeah, I'm always looking to upgrade equipment. How was meeting Tim Tracker? That was cool. We were walking away from the Muppets and just happened to run into him. And just out of the blue, hey, how are you doing? Hoped I'd see you. Said a couple quick highs, talked for a few minutes. I shot about a 1 minute, minute and a half long segment on my phone with him, so I have that for my video. And then said goodbye and great to meet you. He was working on his videos and stuff and didn't film me, and that was perfectly fine. So, but it was just kind of a neat kind of thing. Well, as I said, there was no electrical parade. Yes, I do miss the night parades at Magic Kingdom. I hope they have another one soon. So, hi Willow, hi Zoe. Mr. Dorito Man, why what? Sorry. how much did I spend on merch? Between what I spent before I left and what I spent there, probably about $100 or so. That's just a rough guesstimate, but probably right about that. So, get him a gimbal. That would be actually really nice. I've got a couple things I use when I'm filming on the go. I've got a mini tripod, which works great. And then I also have a pistol grip, which I can use for my phone. But a gimbal would be really cool too, but they're expensive. What's better, FastPass system? I don't know. I'll have to think about that, and I'll give you an answer. Emmer, thank you for the $10 to new equipment fund. Maybe that's the one I should start next. So I very much appreciate that gift. That's cool. That would be really nice to get everything upgraded. Did I get to visit Disney Springs? Of course. That's where my meet and greet was on Saturday. You bet we did. Starbucks Fanatic. Here's where I'm weird. I am not a coffee person. I've never been a coffee person. I actually drink Dr. Pepper in the morning if I have to have some caffeine. So I've just never been able to develop coffee. Sorry. What did they replace Electric Parade with? Nothing. There's no night parade at all anymore. Now, they do sort of have two castle shows. You have Once Upon a Time, which is a big projection show on the castle, and that happens 30 minutes before Happily Ever After, which is the main fireworks, which also has projections. And I've got video of both of those. Hopefully it came out well. I haven't had a chance to fully watch it yet. But yeah, no night parades anymore. So, fireworks are loud. Yes, they are, John. I was actually staying, goodness, probably about 15, 20 miles away as the crow flies from the Disney parks, and we can still hear the fireworks. So, but yeah, just so much stuff. For those of you just coming in now, let me see here if I can actually pop up one of my videos for you, because I think that'll be cool. Oh, here, this one could be fun. Okay, I'm going to play a video for you. Let you guys have a little bit of fun. There it is. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so.
Put it up there.
Now, the one problem with this hat is I definitely have a fat head because it's tiny. I'm a fat-headed goofy. Alright. So there you go. There's a little bit of fun. If I could stay at any hotel on Disney property, which would it be? Ooh. Animal Kingdom Lodge, probably. I just like a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Did I get to do anything with Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom? No, I didn't do a whole lot extras. In fact, there were actually a few things that I didn't get to do anywhere near as much as I wanted. I didn't do as much pin trading, simply because the parks are so crowded, and it's hard to get cast members free enough to be able to really effectively pin trade. And so just fighting through the crowds, I actually forgot some because I was worried about getting to rides and shows and things. And so I didn't do as much pin trading, although I still have plenty to do a video. I didn't do extras like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom because, again, it just didn't have time on the list there. I did some Hidden Mickey things, especially at Animal Kingdom and a couple other spots. But by the end of the trip with Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, I just plain forgot. I was tired. so I do have enough stuff I can do things like that. Now, at the Disney store, in fact, this pin. If you are in Orlando area, there are two stores called the Disney Character Warehouse. They are both at outlet malls. One is just south of Disney, and the other one's in downtown Orlando. If you go to that, you can buy pins like this one, and you can get them really cheap. Very cheap. For example, this pin normally was like $15, I think. I don't know if you can see the price there. It's $5.99. And then this pin, I bought a few of these to use as traders because they were only $2. So you can go to those places and buy the pins there. Don't buy pins on eBay. Don't buy pins on Amazon. Don't buy bulk lots because they're almost all fake pins or scrappers, which basically scrappers are junk pins that Disney rejected because they were mismade. So do not buy your pins that way. You can sometimes buy individual pins, and that's okay. But even then, watch the seller's reputation and stuff. If you are not in Orlando, on Facebook, and I will put a link here into the chat. You want to look for a lady called Pinderella. Let's see here. See if I can type. Okay, Pinderella Shop LLC. Search for that on Facebook. It is a private group. Ask to join the group. You can let her know SirWillow sent you. And that's where I buy my pins if I'm going to buy them online. She buys real pins, sells them in the grab bags and stuff, and they are verified, true, real pins. And you can get them as cheap as a little bit more than $2, or specific individual pins on the cards. It's like $4 or $5. You're not going to find real pins cheaper than that, and great stuff. So I stopped at the warehouse at the very beginning of my trip, and yeah, that way I bought almost all my souvenirs right away. So, am I a fan of Rubik's Cubes? Me, myself, and Pi is actually one of my son's friends from college, Evangel College, in fact. And he actually started making the videos of Rubik's Cubes. And believe it or not, that channel has paid his whole college bill. So the reason I'm subscribed to Me, Myself, and Pi is because he's my son's friend in real life. So that's where that one comes from. Not a big fan of Rubik's Cubes, but hey, it's a friend, and I'm going to try and support people I know. So, yeah, there is a little bit of a live delay, so. So yes, if you see me type something, chat, it's going to be like, woo! Yeah, my Disney bound day, I was going to be wearing the Goofy outfit, and I actually had the orange shirt on, but it was cold enough I had a sweater on over it, plus the coat, so you couldn't really see the orange shirt. And then instead of having the Goofy hat, which I do have a hat, I did actually get the hat. I was going to wear that, but it was just cold enough that I ended up wearing my knit stocking cap instead. So I had my beanie on instead of this. So yeah, I didn't get to do the Disney bound, but at that point it was more important to be warm than it was to get the outfit on. So, sorry. Whoop, dropped the hat. Wonder why I always reads questions that were gone already in chat. Yeah, it's because of the delay, Kathy. Yeah, Hot Wheel Master, looking at your comment about the defective pin from AAA, yes, possible it happens, especially if it wasn't an official Disney pin at the time. My favorite part of the Disney trip, meeting all the fans. Love that, and I actually mentioned that one earlier. Favorite type of transportation outside the parks. Did I ride anything besides the ferry? Actually, I really didn't. I love the monorails, but the monorails were just extremely crowded. And the rest of the time it was drive in and then either hop on the tram from the parking lot or just walk up to the gates. Actually, I think I walked up to the gates almost every single time. So, no, Beth, I didn't actually find the green hat. The little video I just played that I hope you got to see showed why I didn't get one of those. My head's just too fat for it. So, any pictures with Donald? Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Let me try and pull this thing up here again. I don't know if I can pull this up or not. I actually got to meet Donald twice. And now it's not going to let me show it to you. Okay. But yes, I did get to meet Donald a couple times. Got some good pictures. Lewis Girl, I hope you brought enough popcorn to share with everybody. What do I think of the current state of Disney transport? Mixed bag. They had a lot more buses. Love the upgrades in buses. They even had some extended buses, which is pretty cool. The monorails desperately need to be replaced. The poor guys working on them are just overwhelmed. And I got to talk to some people who know a little bit about behind the scenes. They're just old. They need to be replaced with the monorails. And what they're doing, I don't know if this is instead of or in addition. I hope it's in addition. They're putting in the cable cars, the gondolas. And I'll be honest, I'm really kind of mixed feeling on that. They're large gondolas. They're going to seat like 8 to 10 people each. But they're not air conditioned in Florida. And yet they're still going to have this clear plastic around it. And I'm afraid those things are going to turn into furnaces. Not only that, but Florida thunderstorms will bring up lightning quickly as well as high winds. It can be in a short area, come up very quickly. And with something like that, a lot of times they have to shut down gondola systems because of that kind of weather. And I'm afraid you're going to have people stuck on them in the middle of this. So I'm really kind of waiting to see how that whole thing works out. I would have liked to have seen them done a little bit more upgrades on the monorail. But we'll see. Let's see. Which Disney park would I like to visit the most? Oh gosh. I've been to California. Probably Tokyo. Well, that's a tough call. It really is. Paris, Tokyo, Shanghai. I think the only one I'm not as interested in is Hong Kong. I don't know. Let's see. Connor, you're 10. Disney's rules on wearing costumes at the parks. Generally speaking, they limit it to people who are age 14 and under. So if you're 10, that's fine. Here's basically how to really differentiate the rule. If you could be mistaken, or somebody could think that you are actually a character, Disney character or not, doesn't matter. Any character, if they think that you could be that character, Disney's not going to let you wear it. So it doesn't matter if it's, say, Harry Potter, which isn't Disney. It doesn't matter if it's, say, the Hulk or something. If you could possibly be mistaken by other guests to be that character, whoever it is, they won't let you wear it. But if you're 10, Disney says 14, you should be just fine. So, let's see. Rarest character I met. That's I have to go through all my pictures, and there's 2,900 photos for me to dig through before I can really look at it. Star-Lord, maybe? Groot? I'm not sure. Have to choose Avatar Flight of Passage or Soaring or Race to New York. That's easy. Avatar. Avatar blew me away with Flight of Passage. It's Soaring on steroids. It's basically taken the soaring ride system and gone to a whole new level. Race to New York with Jimmy Fallon is a basic motion simulator ride, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a neat one, but Avatar's Flight of Passage is so much more. Absolutely incredible ride. What I thought of the Star Wars movie. I actually liked the new Star Wars movie. I like the fact that they did some different things and went some different directions. And I know there's some people saying, oh, Luke wouldn't be that way. Honestly, I totally think he would. I thought it was excellent. So there's my quick review of Last Jedi without trying to give any spoilers. I really did like it. There were a couple little things that maybe changed, but as a whole, I thought the park was great. Terrified of heights, they wouldn't be good at all. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, gondolas wouldn't be good if you're afraid of heights. Jaden's Grammy, you are so very welcome. I was so blessed to meet Jaden. He was a really neat little guy. So that was a blessing. Did I ask what time is the 3 o'clock parade? Jay Norris. No, I didn't ask, but the young man that I was with, he's 15. And he was kind of like, people don't really ask that, do they? And we sat down. We were sitting over in Liberty Square for the parade. And not 5 minutes after we sat down, it's about 40 minutes before the parade, somebody walked up to a cast member right by us and asked them, dead straight serious, hey, excuse me, what time's the 3 o'clock parade? And my friend just looked at me and went, yes, they really do ask that. The one goofy question I asked that I wish I had put on video, and I kicked myself afterwards for not doing it, we went up to Cruz, and I'm forgetting the last name, one of the cars from Cars 3. And I walked up to the attendant that was there and just kind of sidled up a little bit and went, so, does the car do autographs? Knowing very well the car doesn't do autographs. And she kind of went, and I pointed out to my picture of me in my PhotoPass outfit, and then she started laughing. But I wish I had filmed that. It was funny. But, let's see. Am I the type of person to research what you want to do and win or wing it? Both. I do a lot of research, so I know what is where and how to get there. And there are certain things that I'm going to hit right away and in a certain order. But then there's also blocks of period of time that I will leave to wing it and just explore and see what happens. So I do both. And actually, if you research well, it gives you more freedom to be able to kind of wing it. Whereas if you don't research, you're just going to get frustrated and lost because you don't know where anything is and how it works and where it goes. And it's much more frustrating. So research is a good thing to do. What year's my not shirt? Oh, gosh. This would have been 2002, I think, for the shirt. Something like that. Do I know if The Simpsons is coming to Disney? I highly doubt it. The Simpsons are actually already in Universal, Florida. They've got a ride at the Universal Studios Park there. And I don't see The Simpsons fitting in real well with the Disney atmosphere, so I doubt you will see that. Cruz Ramirez, thank you, Emma and Tammy, those of you catching that. Okay, what is my next target? I don't know yet. We will have to see. This year right now, my plans for the rest of the year are really kind of in a state of flux. There's like 4 or 5 different things that all might happen, but I don't know if any of them will. So it's hard for me to pick a target. We also, with all the changes in tax law, and because of the changes with YouTube and stuff, I have no idea what my tax return even is going to be. And that's typically kind of our travel tour money after we pay bills. So we'll see. Canadians, it's amazing how many people spend thousands of dollars on a trip and not have any clue what they're doing or where they're going. Yeah, you see people all the time do that. It's amazing. Do I have a Disney bucket list? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Anything I haven't done. How many hidden Mickeys did I find? I think I actually took pictures of about 30. Something like that. So we'll see how it all comes out. Zoe Kidden, Simpsons, it's not so much family friendly, it's that it doesn't fit with the Disney atmosphere and kind of what they portray. It's a different kind of thing entirely. So, is Tower of Terror staying? It better be. It is definitely at Disney's Florida still, and I hope they don't have any plans of changing that. I really don't. Nice weather I came back to. Yes, very happy I missed the negative temperatures. It was 58 degrees today. Absolutely gorgeous out there today. Oh, Additions Tower Terror. I haven't heard about those, Kathy. You have to share them. Let's see. Favorite ride, Silver Dollar City. The train, of course. What rides were new for me at Universal? Oh, there were actually a bunch, Audra. Of course, all of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter was new. Kong was brand new for me. Hulk, even though I'd been on the old Hulk, with the retheme, it was essentially new. Race to New York with Jimmy Fallon was brand new. Despicable Me 3 was new. Transformers was new. I think that's it. It's probably pretty close. So yeah, a whole bunch of those. So, how many PhotoPass photos were taken? Well over 300. I've actually got... Here, let me show you what I got here. Okay, so you can see this little thing now. This is my PhotoPass photos. You can see that number. There's 451. Now, some of them, like these, PhotoPass will actually give you bonus pictures, which are professional ones they've done. But then you can start seeing from about right there, these are all my PhotoPass photos. So that's all stuff that I've had taken of my trip. So when you know that you're going to go to PhotoPass, you can work that thing. And there's actually videos in there too that you can't see. And some other stuff. So yeah, lots of pictures. Over 300 pictures that are just mine. Plus the professional ones. Scale of 1 to 10, how awesome is Big Thunder Mountain? We rode it at night. I always love Big Thunder. I'd probably give it about a 7. So, there's some people who believe Orlando's owned by Disney in every park. Oh yeah, you got goofy people everywhere. Come 6 Flags, Southern California. I used to go to Magic Mountain all the time, Johnny. I actually was there 3 years ago for the opening of Twisted Colossus. Great ride. I love that park. Let's see. Hulk Shooter, private message me on Facebook. I'll talk to you about it. Okay. Yeah, Time Traveler is complete. The track is done. They've actually been doing testing. Opening, I believe, is on target for March at Silver Dollar City. We will see how that works. Forbidden Journey at Harry Potter to Flight of Passage, they're completely different kinds of rides. Forbidden Journey is built on what's called a robo coaster, and it's basically a big arm, and you're sitting on the end, and this arm will move and twist and move around like that with you on, and you've got all the stuff going around you. Flight of Passage is basically the soaring ride system, except gone to a much bigger degree. And you're on a, it feels like a little motorcycle kind of thing. And your whole room is moving with that, along with the screen, and up and down. So it's a very different kind of ride. Both are incredibly neat. Both are incredibly realistic. The one thing I found with Forbidden Journey is it did tend to get me a little on the dizzy side, especially if you don't look straight at the screen, but you kind of look off to the side to see how it works. It got me a little bit where it didn't have that problem with Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is also 3D, where Forbidden Journey is not. But both fantastic rides. Let's see. Any Disney conspiracy that I believe? Probably not one I could talk about because of NDAs. So, I've seen you guys are kind of sorting out the Marvel stuff. Hope my backup. Actually, the Picasa program that I use, and since some of you are looking at this, this is the Picasa. Picasa is essentially a desktop program. All of my pictures are actually on my computer, and then after I use Picasa to organize, sort them, and keep track of what they are, to caption them, and use the facial recognition. And then after I edit them in Picasa, then I actually upload them to my SirWillow.smugmug.com. And that's where all my actual pictures go. I don't store them in Picasa, and I actually prefer not to store them in Google because I don't have as much control and it uses up a lot of bandwidth. Where the SirWillow.smugmug.com, I can do all sorts of stuff with. Plus, people can see them and download the originals if they want, stuff like that. So I really like doing that. I just have not found a desktop photo organization program that does anywhere near what Picasa does, even though Picasa is now essentially shut down and defunct. If somebody came up with a program that did everything Picasa did on the desktop, I would use it. But I still love Picasa. I have a couple videos on Dollywood. So yes, I have been to Dollywood. Easiest thing, have I ever been to? Check out my FAQ on the Facebook page as well as my website. And look through my list of videos. Go to my home channel and just try to do a quick search on it for parks. And if I've been there in the last couple of years, you'll see videos there. So, easy way to do that. Let's see. Did I do Universal's PhotoPass for ride pics? I started to. That's a good question. Hates me, Nikki. We had actually gotten one of their cards and started to add pictures to it. You know, hey, we'll check it out at the end of the day. And then we got over to Forbidden Journey, and they told me that I could not add the pictures there onto my temporary card unless I paid for their PhotoPass. Well, their PhotoPass system was $80 for a single day. $80. And I had like 4 or 5 pictures on there, and I figured by the time I was done, I might have had 10. I spent $160 for 4 days at Disney, and actually it would cover up to 30 days at Disney. And I just couldn't justify that much more money, comparatively speaking. So, no, I didn't pay for Universals. And in fact, after they told me that price, I even quit picking up the Universal pictures. If they'd had it a little cheaper, you can get the same kind of pass at Disneyland, a one-day pass, I want to say for 35 or 40 bucks, something like that. So, I just felt it was overpriced. So, Photo Mechanic. Ultra Quality, send me a link through Facebook message if you can. I'd love to check it out. Thoughts on Nintendo? Great video games. I have no idea what the Nintendo Land is going to be like yet, so we'll see. Favorite meal over the trip? I was really blessed with the last meal. I had some great meals. I had several fans buy meals for me. But the last meal had a group of fans, Sandy Smith and her family, paid for me and my friend to eat at Crystal Palace. And that was just wonderful. Wonderful meal. So, but we had a lot of good food throughout the trip. Am I glad that I'm coming back? I'm already back. Yeah, it's nice to have good weather. I like snow. I do miss the snow. But what does butterbeer taste like? Butterscotch. If you like butterscotch, you know, the little yellow candies, you will probably really like butterbeer. It's not alcoholic, but it was really good. I was very impressed with it. So, I didn't have any problem with the Flight of Passage chairs being too tight. Vanessa, if a Flight of Passage chair doesn't fit them, and I don't know how to say this tactfully, it means they probably have some weight issues. I'm overweight right now. I am 35 pounds, almost 40 pounds more than what I should be. And part of that's because of the heart medication. I've never been this heavy in my life and hate it. My friend was kind of saying, ooh, yeah, I put on some weight. So I've got a pretty good gut right now that I shouldn't have, and I had no problem fitting into it. So, you know, sorry if that sounds tacky, but unfortunately, people who aren't able to fit into things, that's usually what it is. And I know occasionally there is a medical reason that people are overweight, but the vast majority of time, it's lack of exercise and overeating. And that comes from somebody who has a medical issue that's caused the weight gain. And truthfully, lack of exercise and overeating is still a big deal. So, sorry. Let's see. Do fur characters of the parade have character? No. The parade characters are parade characters. There's people that monitor the parade, but they don't have a separate character attendant for them. Only for meet and greets. Let's see here. Favorite anime Disney movie the last 10 years? Probably... my wife's over here talking to me. Animated movie. Beauty and the Beast wasn't animated. My wife's over here going, Beauty and the Beast! I'm like, yeah, but that one wasn't animated. That was live action. Which was absolutely fantastic. Inside Out would be right there. And then the other one that we just got for Christmas for you.
Moana?
Yeah, Moana. I kept thinking Mulan. It's like, no, it's not Mulan. Moana, too. So Inside Out or Moana. Absolutely love both of those. And by the way, what time am I at here? It's like, ooh, wow, I'm at an hour here, guys. This is why my wife's up. She's kind of going, are you done yet? So, of course, I saw Dr. Seuss Land. Bobby, if you want to pay for my Disney cruise, I'd love to go, but I can't afford $4,000 for a boat ride. So anyways, guys, with it having been an hour, I probably need to start signing off. Studio Backlot Tour Hulk Shooter is gone. They closed that out quite a while ago with all the other stuff. Star Wars Land's going where the Backlot Tour used to be. But thank you so much for everybody joining me. I hope I kind of gave you an overview of what the trip was like, as well as all the multitudes of stuff that will be coming out later, and there's going to be a lot of it. So please be patient, because I do have a number of other things that are going on as well, but I will try and get as much out as I can. And like I said, we got at least a couple months of stuff to be able to feed you for it. So thank you so much. Hope everybody has a wonderful time. If you're in a place that's cold, well, stay warm. And if you're in Florida, I know you're probably wishing the cold would go already. So thank you so much again for all the support, for everybody who got to meet me on the trip, for everybody who helped chip in for it. I greatly appreciate it. It's been a huge blessing, and thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. God bless.